The air grows cold, a chill crawls down your spine. Have you felt it? It's the presence of something ancient, something unseen, lurking just beyond the veil of our reality. Tonight, we delve into the eerie and unsettling world of haunted churches. These are the places where the silence of the night is broken by ghostly choirs, where the echoes of forgotten prayers mingle with the whispers of the dead. Places of worship, sanctuaries of peace, or so we believe. But what happens when the very structures meant to offer solace become haunted by tragic events? By souls unable to find peace? Welcome to the silent choirs, churches with voices in the night. We're about to embark on a journey to the darker side of faith, a chilling exploration of the unknown. Remember, as we descend into these tales, it's not just a story you're hearing, it's a presence you might feel. So, keep a light close and let the darkness unveil its secrets. Our first stop is the Whispering Cathedral, a towering Gothic structure nestled in a forgotten corner of England. Even in the day, with sunlight struggling to pierce through its stained glass windows, a palpable gloom hangs heavy in the air. The locals whisper tales of its troubled past, of a darkness that has seeped into the very foundation of this holy place. It's said that the Whispering Cathedral was once the site of a horrific tragedy. Centuries ago, a fire, as swift as it was merciless, swept through the church during an evening service. Parishioners trapped within the inferno perished, their desperate cries echoing through the halls, forever staining the cathedral with their anguish. Now, long after the ashes have settled and the flames have died down, a different kind of fire burns within the cathedral's walls, the spectral flames of tormented souls. Visitors have reported hearing the faint murmur of a congregation, the rustle of unseen robes, and the chilling echo of a choir, their voices a tortured symphony of pleas and laments. But it's not the sounds alone that unsettle the soul within the Whispering Cathedral. It's the feeling, the unshakable sensation of being watched, of unseen eyes following your every move. Some claim to have felt icy fingers brush against their skin, a fleeting touch from the other side, a ghostly reminder of the tragedy that unfolded within those very walls. One particular tale speaks of a young woman drawn to the cathedral's eerie beauty. As she stood before the altar, lost in contemplation, she felt a cold breath on her neck. Turning slowly, she found herself face to face with a translucent figure, a young woman with eyes filled with unspeakable sadness. The spectral figure reached out, her touch sending chills down the young woman's spine. But before the living could react, the apparition faded away, leaving behind only the echo of her sorrow and the lingering scent of burnt wood. They say it's the scent of souls unable to escape their fiery fate, forever bound to the cathedral's haunted halls. The legend of the Whispering Cathedral serves as a chilling reminder that some wounds even time cannot heal. The echoes of the past linger, whispering their mournful tales to anyone who dares to listen. The question isn't whether or not the cathedral is haunted, but rather, are you brave enough to step inside and hear the whispers for yourself? Just remember, as you stand within those hallowed halls, that you are not alone. The spirits of the departed are ever present, their voices woven into the very fabric of the cathedral, waiting to share their tragic tale with anyone who dares to listen. Our journey into the heart of spiritual unrest leads us next to the Phantom Chapel, a small, unassuming structure nestled deep in the misty Scottish Highlands. Unlike the imposing grandeur of the Whispering Cathedral, the Phantom Chapel emanates an unsettling silence, a silence so profound it feels as though the world itself is holding its breath. The very air surrounding the chapel seems to hum with unseen energy, a palpable tension that sets your teeth on edge. Locals, their faces etched with generations of fear and respect for the unknown, speak of the chapel in hushed tones, their voices barely a whisper against the ever-present wind. Legend has it that the Phantom Chapel was once a place of solace for weary travelers seeking refuge from the harsh Highland storms. But tragedy struck when a plague, swift and merciless, swept through the region, claiming the lives of the villagers who had sought sanctuary within the chapel walls. Now it is said that the chapel echoes with the sorrow of those lost souls, their anguished cries carried on the wind that howls through the crumbling stone. It is said that on the anniversary of the plague's deadliest night, a ghostly procession of villagers, their faces obscured by the ravages of disease, can be seen entering the chapel, their mournful hymns carried on the wind. But the true horror of the Phantom Chapel lies not in its visible manifestations, but in the unseen force that pervades its very existence. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, a feeling of being watched by unseen eyes, of being surrounded by something ancient and malevolent. One chilling account tells of a group of hikers who stumbled upon the chapel during a dense fog. As they approached the weathered wooden door, they heard the faint strains of a hymn emanating from within, though the chapel appeared to be deserted. Compelled by an unseen force, they pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of decay and the weight of unseen presences. As the hymn reached a crescendo, the hikers swore they saw shadowy figures flitting past the windows, their forms indistinct in the swirling mist. Terrified, the hikers fled the chapel, the haunting melody echoing in their ears long after they had escaped the fog-shrouded grounds. To this day, they refuse to speak of their experience, the memory too unsettling to revisit. The Phantom Chapel stands as a testament to the enduring power of tragedy, a place where the veil between our world and the next wears thin. It is a stark reminder that some wounds never truly heal, and that the echoes of the past can linger long after the living have forgotten. Chapter 3. The Haunted Basilica. Finally, we arrive at the precipice of our eerie expedition, our destination, the Haunted Basilica. A colossal monument to faith, now twisted into a spectre of fear, it stands in the heart of a bustling Italian city, a silent sentinel overlooking a sea of oblivious humanity. Its towering spires, once symbols of hope, now pierce the night sky like claws, beckoning us closer to the darkness within. Legends swirl around the haunted basilica like the incense that once perfumed its hallowed halls. It's said that a secret society, practitioners of forbidden arts, once used the basilica's catacombs for their rituals, their dark incantations seeping into the very stone, corrupting the sanctity of the holy ground. Their hubris, it's whispered, summoned an entity of immense power, a being of pure darkness who, angered by their audacity, dragged the society members into the abyss. Now their tormented voices, twisted into a grotesque parody of a choir, echo through the basilica's depths. But the choir is not the only manifestation of the basilica's dark secret. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the pews, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Some even claim to have felt icy hands clutching at their throats, the pressure growing stronger with each echoing chant of the unseen choir. One particularly chilling tale speaks of a young priest, new to the basilica, who decided to spend a night locked inside, determined to disprove the legends. He was never seen alive again. The next morning, the church doors were found flung open, the priest's belongings scattered across the floor, and an air of palpable dread hung heavy in the air. The only clue to the priest's fate was his journal, discovered open on the altar. The final entry, scrawled in a shaky hand, spoke of a chilling presence, of voices whispering from the walls, of a darkness that threatened to consume him whole. The last line, barely legible, sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened skeptics. The choir, it's calling me. The haunted basilica stands as a chilling testament to the power of belief, a place where faith and fear intertwine in a macabre dance. It serves as a warning that some doors are best left unopened, that some secrets are better left buried. But for those drawn to the darkness, for those who find beauty in the macabre, the haunted basilica offers a glimpse into the abyss, a chilling encounter with the unknown that will leave you questioning the very nature of reality itself. Just remember, as you step into its shadow, that you may not like the answers you find. As we emerge from the shadows of these haunted churches, the echoes of ghostly choirs and chilling tales still ringing in our ears, we're reminded that some places hold on to their stories long after the living have moved on. The line between the sacred and the profane, the holy and the haunted, blurs, leaving us to question the very nature of belief itself. These haunted churches remind us that some places are never truly silent. The whispers of the past linger, woven into the fabric of these buildings, waiting for those brave enough to listen. But be warned, for the darkness has a way of clinging to those who seek it out, and the echoes of these chilling tales may follow you home long after the video fades to black. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more chilling tales. Until next time, stay safe and keep your lights on. The darkness is always listening.